Well, hi everyone, Jerry Blanchard, co-founder and chief methodologist for Hummingbird Agile. Hummingbird Agile is a fresh and frameless agile delivery approach. It is the premier and preferred choice for anyone focusing on delivery speed, engineering excellence, and high worth value to the consumer. We are an alternative to Scrum, Kanban, and any other scale framework out there. We are a second generation, a second wave, having built a better mousetrap that we'd like to introduce to you in just launching in just a couple of weeks. So we really are driving towards our launch date of July 28th. Well, today I'm coming to you with three numbers, three clear statistics that we believe are differentiators, game changers even, that separate Hummingbird Agile from all the rest of the Agile flavors, light frameworks, and scaled frameworks out there. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down real quick and get to what we want to talk about today, which is three numbers very quickly. So the first number I want to talk about is 6 million. 6 million in cost overhead reduction for every 50 teams you set up in Hummingbird Agile. So every 50 teams, in comparison to any other scaled framework out there, you're going to save an average of 6 million. And you say, Jerry, how can you know that for sure? Well, the math is actually very simple and irrefutable. Just because of the type of design that we've done in the Hummingbird delivery ecosystem, which is very holacratic and circular and exponential in relation to most of the frameworks are very hierarchical. An example would be if you're setting up a team of teams, some might call it a release train. There's overhead and oversight that goes with that, and those roles are very expensive. Hummingbird Agile has none of those roles. We have a cross-pollinating communication and alignment concept that requires us to do away with all those overhead and oversight roles every time you stand up another team of teams. Secondly, we have no product owners and no Scrum Masters at the team level. Now, product owners and Scrum Masters, hang on, there is a place for you in Hummingbird Agile. In fact, a much more elevated role and one where no one can question the daily value that you would bring, but more about that later. The second number I want to talk about is 64. 64% faster delivery of the first slice of value to the consumer. Now, we have tested this over and over again, and because we don't have any kind of long runway of pre-planning, refinement, and forecasting and estimating, we have a perpetual discovery and continual delivery model. No quarterly planning, no two-day event where we actually plan out something that we can't really predict anyway. We take all of that and remove that and make our slices of delivery even smaller to be nimble and flexible towards market-driven and compliance-driven demands so that we get that slice of value to the customer faster. The third and last number I want to introduce to you is 567. That's 567 hours per team saved per quarter by not doing cadences and ceremonies. In fact, 0 meetings during the execution time box. Some would call it a sprint, we call it a circuit, and there's no meetings. Therefore, we reinvest all of that time that the entire team might spend in those meetings right into execution and faster and more frequent delivery out to the consumer. Well, you might ask, Jerry, well, how can you do that and still have, good clarity and alignment? We create environments for individual or anyone to seek clarity around the work or the process more frequently than any of these meetings could ever provide. And yet, for those that don't need it, they're continuing to execute. So we look forward to introducing a lot more detail around these concepts in the next several weeks and months. But for now, just wanted to put those three differentiators that will hopefully help you make a decision on whether Hummingbird Agile is the preferred and premier delivery mechanism for agile value to the consumer, if that's right for you. Thanks for listening.